Hello, I'm Iris. I'm the Deputy CEO at Hantec Group, and I'm currently mainly responsible for risk management at Hantec.
If you had to use one sentence to describe the significance of risk to Hantec, how would you put it?
Risk is like a mirror that reflects your true capabilities. Without risk, you might think you're really strong, but it's only when you encounter risk that you realize where you need to protect and where you need to improve. In fact, risk teaches us how to stand more firmly, not to scare us, but to remind us to become even stronger.
In your view, how important is risk management to the continued development of Hantec?
Risk management isn't insurance, it's the engine of the company. Standing strong for 35 years isn't because the market has been calm, but because every day we stay focused, watch for black swan events, analyze data for opportunities, use AI to cut costs, study competitors to stay ahead, and reflect to avoid arrogance and risk. Only by managing the company this way can we stay steady in chaos. Without risk management, no matter how strong your foundation, it could collapse instantly. That's why we must manage risk daily to make it to the next 35 years.
What do you think is the biggest risk for a business?
I think the biggest risk is not realizing that the market has already changed. Customers now know how to go online, use AI and short video platforms, but the company is still stuck in the mindset from 10 years ago, unwilling, afraid, or simply not wanting to change. That is the most fatal. The market won't wait for you. If you don't move, you'll become a living fossil, still around, but no one cares about you. The biggest risk for a business isn't making mistakes, it's doing nothing at all. Because if you don't move, the market will take away your customers, your profits, and your future.
Do you think the real risk comes from the external market or from within the company itself?
I think the truly fatal risk isn't how chaotic things are outside, but rather how poorly prepared you are on the inside. External risks are unavoidable for everyone, like network issues, supply chains, weather and policies. These are challenges faced worldwide. But what really determines who wins or loses? I think you really need to pay attention to internal cybersecurity monitoring. Have you set up backups? Do you have a succession team? Have you fully implemented your BCP? Many companies run into trouble not because of a recession, but because they're afraid and don't act. Behind every risk is an opportunity. For example, network issues force you to upgrade security, supply chain problems push you to localize and address gaps, and these challenges drive you to nurture the next generation. Risk isn't your enemy, it's your teacher. The more you avoid it, the more it scares you, but the more you face it, the stronger you become.
How do you build a risk-aware culture so that your entire organization can proactively guard against risks?
I think the most important thing in building risk awareness is making sure everyone in the company understands that AI isn't just a tool, it's the next generation that's coming. In our weekly market meetings, we include an AI risk flash report. At the start, we look at how the market is changing and how AI is responding. If you can use AI quickly, you'll get recognition. If you don't learn, your KPI will be docked. Even management has to get hands-on and face AI challenges. When everyone shifts from fearing AI to using AI, from being exposed to risks to proactively seeking out risks, that's how risk awareness is built. Not just as a policy, but as a matter of job security.
With the global market changing rapidly, where do you think the biggest challenges in risk management lie?
I think the biggest challenge definitely comes from geopolitical and trade conflicts, the US-China rivalry, sanctions, tariffs, investment reviews. All of these add uncertainty. Supply chains, trade flows, and investment strategies are all being reshaped as a result. Armed conflicts, energy crises, and global capital outflows have made markets much more volatile. In short, the more chaotic things get outside, the more companies need to know how to adapt, act, and change.
Do you see risk as a limitation or as guidance?
I think risk isn't a limitation, it's a direction. Treat it as a wall and you'll stop. See it as a signpost and you'll move forward more steadily. If you stop investing because of a trade war, competitors will take over the market. But if you understand how tariffs affect you, whether AI can help cut costs, and if the supply chain can be localized, risk can actually make you stronger. Risk management isn't just disaster prevention, it's navigation. Every day I ask, What did today's risk teach me? That mindset is true risk awareness.
Can you sum it up in one sentence? How do you want customers and employees to remember Hantec's risk management?
35 years means strong risk management. Surviving for 35 years takes daily vigilance, not luck. When customers hear this, they feel reassured, trusting us like a bank. When employees hear it, they understand. Risk management is daily, not just in year end. In short, 35 years of real expertise has become the company's most renowned brand.